Hola a todos. Welcome back to Blanco Talks Madrid. Welcome back to another video. Only recording today since I've got a big working day. And yeah, my favorite 11 for this season, my preferred 11 for this season, as the title says. And that's what I'm just going to talk about with you, man. Now, what 11 I would prefer. Now, look, I think we can all agree that he's going to play a three in the back. I think we can all agree on that. What I think he needs to do, Alberto, and this is just my opinion on this. Thibaut in goal, I think that's a given. But again, I wouldn't mind playing Lunin when he's injured. You know, like I said, I've said this before on Twitter. I'll say this to you, man. Right now, I think we have the second best keeper on the planet in terms of having a backup keeper. I think Lunin is the second best on the planet. Full stop. Full stop. So yeah, Thibaut in goal, Huijsen, and look, I'm gonna say this as well. It all depends on if we buy another centre back. If we buy another centre back, then that centre back should get in alongside Tchouaméni. But if we don't, then Tchouaméni alongside Huijsen, and I would give Militao a try because Rudiger and Asensio has pissed me off so much lately, and I genuinely don't want to see them too. Alaba is like, I'm not even going to count him in because he shouldn't even be here right now. Let's just be honest. That's my back three. Wing backs are Trent and Carreras because I think they will be very, very, very important for Xavi's system. The midfield, this way you can play around a lot. For me, Tchouaméni is a given. Fede is another one that's a given. And Arda is another one that has to be in the 11. These three have to be there. Because I think we've all seen Fede Valverde is a given for this midfield to work to a good degree. Tchouaméni's been unbelievable. And he's the anchor. He's the one that will protect the back line. So that he has to be there for it to work. He has to be there. So him there, you've got Arda, and then you've got Fede. The last one for the four-man midfield. Well, Bellingham's out with a shoulder surgery. Until then, I want to see Camavinga there because I want to see how he does. And he's another one that has a big, big season now. Because if he doesn't perform this season and we see that he's injury prone constantly and all that, then it's time to say bye-bye. Unfortunately, but it is what it is. So that's another guy. I'll start with him until Bellingham is back. If Camavinga has performed amazingly well, keep playing him there and let Bellingham gets eased in. All right. But then when Jude comes back, and then if Jude performs to a very, very good level, just like he did when he first arrived at the club, then you play him alongside those midfielders right there. So you've got an option. Then, of course, you can bring Franco on for Arda, yeah? And then you allow him to play more the attacking midfielding role. You let Bellingham play as the 8, yeah? And then you have Fede and Camavinga, then Tchouaméni sitting deeper back. Then the forward line, and this is where I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to be controversial on this one. Yeah? Don't forget, leave your thoughts down below and leave your preferred 11s for this upcoming season. But I'm going to be controversial here. Brace yourselves. Mbappe, because he's the one who's going to score the goals. And I would play Gonzalo Garcia up top. Yeah, believe it or not, I would. People are going to say, Boba, Vini, this and that. I'm sorry to say this. But him and Mbappe is not going to work. He's going to play them too in the beginning. He'll play Vini, he'll play Mbappe. But he's going to realize really quick that it's not going to work. He's going to realize that very, 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 very quick. It's not going to work. Why? Because they can't play together. They can't. They both want to do the same thing, and that's causing a disturbance for the team. So I would play Gonzalo Garcia with either Mbappe or with Vini, because we've seen what happens when he plays with one of them. It suits the team amazingly perfect. Very, 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 very good. It does. Whether people like it or not. Because he gives you something that we don't have. That's a proper like striker right there. That is an actual striker that will that be in the box. Link up plays, hold up plays, really good. He can flick the ball to the other guy. Yeah, and Mbappe makes the run. Okay, cool. I'll go down deep. I'll receive the ball. I'll play the pass. Yeah, or if one of the midfielders play the pass, yeah, plays the pass, through the middle, he will run like a dog for the ball. Yeah, Gonzalo will run and run and run. And he's gonna be like, no, mate, I'm getting that ball. You ain't doing anything. We saw it against Salzburg. We all saw what he did. Yeah, we all saw what he did. He literally grabbed the ball, yeah, from the defender and said, nah, mate, I'm not giving up. I'm getting that ball. See you later, mate. I'm out. Ta-ta. I would rather him start than seeing Vini and Mbappe together. Now, you could, if Rodrigo somehow stays this season, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing, and this is another thing, I would say you can play Rodrigo and Mbappe as well, because Rodrigo suits it way more for Mbappe, or Rodrigo and Vini. Like, I don't care. And then you can pick Gonzalo Garcia off the bench. You just can't play Mbappe and Vini in the same team. You can't, because they don't suit each other. They don't work together good. There's no chemistry. Whether people like it or not, it's not going to work. So I'm sorry to say this to people, but I would play Garcia and Mbappe from the start, or Garcia and Vini. Okay, or even Garcia and Rodrigo. I couldn't care less. I really couldn't care less. But that's what I would genuinely do. So it's Thibaut, it's Trent, it's Huijsen, Tchouaméni, in the back three. Then it's Militao, if we don't sign another defender there. Then it's Carreras. Then it's Arda, Fede, Camavinga. Then obviously Tchouaméni comes up there within the midfield. Then you've got Gonzalo Garcia and then Vini or Mbappe. That'd be my 11. And I would think that, and I actually think that it can work. I think that can work. Then obviously you can bring players off like Franco and, even when Bellingham returns. If you want to switch Camavinga for Bellingham, if you want to even give Fede a rest someday and you want to play some other guy, you can do that as well. You can. But I'm going to maintain my consistency. He cannot play Vini and Mbappe together. He can't do it. It's not going to work. And anyone who thinks it's going to work, get it out of your heads. It's not going to work. And he can't play Rudiger and Asensio together as well. That's not going to work because you're not going to have the control over the game as you want to. You need ball-playing defenders from there, which is why if you play one of Rudiger or Asensio, the other one cannot touch the backline. Alaba is like, we don't even need to talk because everyone knows that Alaba shouldn't be. I think everyone can see that. So already, forget about that. So there are some players in there that have to be there no matter what. Huijsen is almost the engine. He has to be there. I think Trent, and listen, people might laugh, but you can play Trent there as well. I'm saying playing Trent there as well. He's another player that is very important to the system. Because his passing is elite. Yeah? Him under pressure, he can easily just pass the ball out, being under pressure. Easily. So that's another one. And that's another guy you need to have control over the game. That's another guy. That's two players that's very important. You could even play Carvajal in the sense, but I even forgot about him. Yeah, my boy Carvajal, big my legend. And Tchouaméni is another one that is very important because he's going to be the anchor. He's going to protect the backline. He's going to do all the dirty work. Yeah. And we've all seen how much he's improved under Xabi. Massively, massively improved. So that's three. That's three men. Then Fede, I mean, do we really need to say much more? Like Fede is Fede. And obviously he's one of the most important pieces of the team. Arda, I think, even has to start as well. I don't think people realize how important Arda is going to be. Yeah, his creativity is going to be unbelievably important for us this season. Yeah? And then you can combine him with Franco when you like it. Arda comes here, creates, And then when you take him off, Franco can come in and create himself. You know, can put a ball through like that, and then Gonzalo Garcia, Mbappe, Vini, whoever. Yeah, Brahim can run through it. Like, unbelievably important. Yeah, these men are going to be so important. Carreras as well. That's another one. Yeah, he's, well, like the wing backs in the system have to perform. They've got to perform. But the players that I mentioned, Højsund, Trent, Tchouaméni, Arda, and Fede. These are the most important ones. These are the most important ones for the system to work. All of them. If you ask me which one of these are the most important, it's Højsund. Full stop. Full stop, it's Højsund. So this is my this is what I believe. This is my opinions on who I think is the most important. And that will be my 11. Again, let me know what you think. Put your 11s down there. What your preferred 11s would be. And, you know, I'll respond to it. You know, I always respond in the comments. You know, I always respond no matter what. So do that. And we'll see. If you agree, do you disagree with me? What would you change? Feel free to challenge me on anything. And I'll respond to it. I always interact with you, man. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow with a live stream. Dali's coming on. Salvi's coming on as well. It's about the Konate news and what this means potentially for the defense. We're hearing that he's been given a new deal. Whether he signs it or not, let's see. Fabrizio is saying that there is a chance Madrid can bid for Konate if he don't sign a new deal. We're going to talk about that tomorrow and what we would do for the defense. And what this means for the Saliba deal, if he somehow signs a new deal, because that can make it even more seen that now Madrid might push on for him even more. All that will come tomorrow on the live stream. Make sure you're there. I think it's, 10 p.m. Swedish time. Yeah? Keep your eyes out for that. I'll let you man know. Yeah? And I'll see you next time. I'll see you actually now. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll make it easier. I'll see you tomorrow on the live stream. Yeah, you man better be there because that's going to be one hell of a show as well. Dali's making his debut on the channel for the first time as well. Don't forget that. But anyways, man, then, big up and take care of yourselves. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Be safe and take care. Adios. Ciao.